Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is in Edmonton today, where he is expected to face some hard questions about the beleaguered Trans Mountain pipeline. He will be meeting with Premier Rachel Notley later this afternoon. Notley hopes to discuss a possible path forward for the expansion project. The future of the pipeline was thrown up in the air last week when the Federal Court of Appeal quashed it. It ruled that Indigenous groups were not properly consulted and the impact of increased tanker traffic was not considered. An emergency meeting was held in Ottawa yesterday, but no progress was announced. Danielle Smith from 770 CHQR joins us now for the latest on this. Danielle, so no word out of Ottawa just yet, but then Trudeau arrives for a meeting with Notley. Can we take this as a positive sign?
Well, I would, except for he's in town for a fundraiser in Edmonton. It just so happens that a big political issue has landed in his lap, and as a result, he has to meet with the Premier to discuss it. As well, I would feel more optimistic if they'd allowed for the MPs yesterday in the Natural Resources Committee to go ahead and grill the ministers responsible about what the path forward would be. They were asking to have the two ministers, Bill Morneau and Amarjeet Sohi, say what the plan is. Both the NDP and the Conservatives were asking for that, and the Liberals on the committee shut it down. So that doesn't leave me with much confidence that they have a solid path forward. That being said, the Court of Appeal was pretty clear about what it is they need to do to get this back on track. They weren't saying you got to press the restart button and go back to square one. They said you have to redo one phase of the consultation, a very focused consultation with 5 Aboriginal First Nations as well as the Indigenous Collective, as well look at the impact, a potential impact on aquatic life of increased tanker traffic. And their attitude is that the court seemed to be suggesting this doesn't have to take a long time. This could take a matter of months. So it seems like the path forward is pretty clear. The question still is whether or not Justin Trudeau has the will to fight this. We're only a year out from a general election. He has cultivated that base of support to win the last election, the base that is full of extreme environmentalists who are opposed to development. So he's really making decisions more from a political nature, and it's really tricky to know which way he's going to go on this one.
Notley's got an election coming her way as well. Certainly love to be a fly on the wall at this meeting.
Well, I'll shed a tear for Rachel Notley. She just put all of her hope that the federal government was actually competent enough to get this done. And she has done her job. She has shifted to the center where most Albertans are. She's put jobs first over some of the more rambunctious voices in the NDP that would call for an end to all infrastructure pipe being built for energy. So I think Rachel Notley's done a good job of shifting to where she needs to be a credible leader. She's done everything that she could, but I just think she hasn't had a strong enough partner at the federal level. So this does not bode well for her. I mean, she's going to be collateral damage in the fact that Ottawa just can't get this done.
Much more on your show today at 9:30. Thanks, Danielle.
My pleasure.